Admiral Steele, the Galactic Council is demanding an explanation for the Titan. They're calling it a declaration of war. Admiral Marcus Steele stood tall on the bridge of the Titan, gazing at the massive view screen displaying his ship. The Dreadnought's sleek, imposing silhouette seemed to pulse with power, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. He knew this moment would come, but the intensity of the Council's reaction was still a punch to the gut. On the Galactic Council's central space station, Valoria, the chamber buzzed with tension. Representatives from various alien species filled the grand hall, their holographic forms flickering with agitation. Ambassador Tyron of the Zevran Empire, his scales glistening under the chamber lights, stood up, his voice dripping with disdain. Humans have overstepped their bounds. This Dreadnought is a blatant act of aggression. Steele's image was projected into the chamber, his gaze unwavering. Titan is a defensive measure. Humanity has faced threats before. We built this to ensure our survival, not to wage war. Murmurs filled the hall, a mix of skepticism and curiosity. The Galactic Council had always seen humans as a fledgling race, unworthy of real consideration. Titan changed everything, and Steele could see the fear and uncertainty in their eyes. Flashbacks to Earth's struggle for recognition in the Galactic Council flooded Steele's mind. Humanity had clawed its way up from near extinction, fighting for a place among the stars. Titan was the culmination of those efforts, a symbol of human determination. Back on the Titan, Steele's crew worked tirelessly. Engineers fine-tuned the ship's systems, while tactical officers ran simulations. Steele's second-in-command, Lieutenant Sarah Clark, approached him, her expression a mix of pride and concern. "Sir, we're ready for anything, but the Council's reaction. It's more hostile than we anticipated." Steele nodded, his jaw set. "We've always known this path wouldn't be easy, Sarah. But we're here now. We must stand firm." In the Council chamber, whispers grew louder as factions began plotting. Steele could see the Zevran representatives exchanging knowing glances with others, the seeds of an alliance against humanity forming right before his eyes. Ambassador Tyron's voice cut through the din. "This Council cannot tolerate such a threat. We demand the immediate decommissioning of the Titan." Steele's response was calm but firm. "That is not an option. Titan stands as a deterrent, a promise that humanity will not be pushed around anymore." As the session ended, Steele received an urgent message, "Sir. Multiple fleets are mobilizing. They're heading straight for us." Steele turned to his crew, his voice steady. "Prepare the Titan. We're about to face the greatest challenge of our lives. But remember, we built this ship for a reason. We will show the galaxy what humanity is truly capable of." His words galvanized the crew. Engineers redoubled their efforts. Tactical teams reviewed battle plans, and Steele himself prepared for the coming storm. He knew that the Titan was more than just a ship. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to what humanity could achieve. As the Titan readied for confrontation, Steele took a moment to look out at the vastness of space. This was it, the moment of truth. He clenched his fist, determination etched in every line of his face. They would not back down. Humanity's future depended on it. Steele's thoughts were interrupted by the voice of his communications officer. "Admiral, we've intercepted a message from the Zevran fleet. They're demanding our surrender." Admiral Steele stood in the command center, eyes fixed on the tactical display. The holographic map showed alien fleets converging on Earth's location. "How many?" he demanded. Lieutenant Sarah Clark, tactical officer, responded swiftly. "At least 30 ships, Admiral. Mostly Zevran, but a mix of others too." Steele clenched his fists. "Prepare the Titan." Full combat readiness. The crew buzzed with controlled chaos. Engineers checked systems, weapons teams calibrated their gear, and communications officers relayed orders. Every second counted. In the engine room, Dr. Elena Hayes, chief engineer, oversaw final checks. Her team worked with a precision that matched the stakes. "We've got this, folks," she called. "Titan's systems are running smoothly. Let's make sure they stay that way." Hayes had designed many of Titan's innovations, and her confidence inspired those around her. As she moved from station to station, she offered a word of encouragement here, a quick suggestion there. Back on the bridge, Steele met with his senior officers. "We know they'll be expecting brute force. We'll give them something they've never seen. Clark, what's our tactical edge?" Clark pulled up a schematic. "Our agility and firepower. We're not just bigger, we're smarter. They'll expect us to be slow, but we'll outmaneuver them at every turn." Steele nodded. "Good. We use their assumptions against them. Any word from our allies?" Communications Officer Ramirez shook his head. "The Council's fractured. Some want to help, but they're hesitant to oppose the Zevrans openly." "Typical politics," Steele muttered. "We stand alone then." Suddenly, alarms blared. Security Officer Jenkins appeared on screen. "Admiral, we've caught a Zevran spy in the engine room. He was attempting to sabotage our core." Steele's eyes narrowed. "Interrogate him. I want to know everything he knows." Minutes later, Steele watched the interrogation via a secure feed. The spy, a wiry figure with defiant eyes, resisted at first, but soon broke under pressure. "The Zevrans think they're invincible. They underestimate your resolve," he sneered. "They're about to learn," Steele replied coldly. Returning to the bridge, Steele addressed the crew. "Listen up. They're coming to destroy us, but we're ready. We'll show them what humanity's made of. Stay sharp, trust your training, and trust each other. We're the best hope Earth has." The crew responded with a unified, determined cheer. Steele felt a surge of pride. They were ready. As the Titan moved into position, the vastness of space framed the impending battle. The alien armada approached, a dark cloud against the stars. Tension hung in the air, but Steele remained focused. "Clark, prepare for evasive maneuvers. Hayes, keep those engines running hot. We need every ounce of speed and power." The first wave of enemy ships engaged. Clark's fingers danced over her console, orchestrating complex maneuvers. The Titan responded with grace, dodging and weaving, returning fire with lethal precision. Hayes shouted over the din of battle, "Course holding steady. We're at optimal power." Steele watched the tactical display. "Good. Keep pushing. We've got them right where we want them." The battle raged on, each moment a test of endurance and strategy. The Titan's advanced systems and the crew's unwavering determination began to turn the tide. Steele's mind raced, calculating every possible move. Then Ramirez shouted, "Incoming transmission. The Zevrans demand our surrender." Steele's jaw tightened. "Open a channel." The screen flickered to reveal the Zevran commander's arrogant face. "Surrender now, human, and we might spare your lives." Steele stepped forward, eyes steely. "We're just getting started." Titan loomed in the void, an indomitable fortress of human ingenuity. Inside, Admiral Steele surveyed the tactical displays, his mind a storm of strategy. "All stations ready?" he asked, his voice steady. "Aye, Admiral," came the chorus of replies. Lieutenant Clark's eyes sparkled with determination. "Enemy fleet closing in. 10 minutes until contact." Steele nodded. "Engage defensive systems. Prepare for initial skirmish." The first wave of alien ships approached, sleek and menacing. Titan responded with precision. Plasma beams and railgun slugs tore through the vacuum, each shot a testament to human engineering. Smaller alien vessels disintegrated under the onslaught, unable to breach the Dreadnought's shields. "Target their formation," Steele commanded. "Break their cohesion." Clark's fingers danced over her console. Firing solution locked. Releasing drones. Dozens of autonomous drones shot forth, weaving a deadly web through the enemy ranks. Explosions blossomed in the blackness, punctuating the chaos with flashes of light. Yet, the alien fleet persisted, advancing with relentless intent. On the bridge, tension was palpable. Dr. Hayes, eyes glued to the engineering readouts, reported, "Shields holding at 70%. We can maintain this for now." Steele's gaze remained fixed on the tactical map. "Good. Keep an eye on power distribution. We can't afford to lose shields." The battle raged on, each side trading blows. Titans absorbed hits that would obliterate lesser ships, its reinforced hull groaning under the pressure but holding strong. Steele knew this was just the beginning. The main engagement was yet to come. "Multiple signatures on the long-range scanners," Clark announced. "The main fleet is here." Steele's eyes narrowed. "All hands, brace for impact." This is it. The combined alien fleet appeared, a mass of ships blotting out the stars. Among them, a behemoth stood out, a flagship of colossal proportions. It was a fortress in its own right, bristling with weaponry. "Focus fire on their flagship," Steele ordered. "We take it down, the rest will falter." The Titan surged forward, unleashing a torrent of firepower. The alien flagship responded in kind, its weapon systems blazing. Space lit up with the fury of battle, energy beams and projectiles crisscrossing in a deadly ballet. Steele's heart pounded. Evasive maneuvers. Keep them guessing. Titan twisted and turned, dodging the worst of the enemy fire. Clark directed the drones with surgical precision, exploiting every gap in the alien defenses. But the flagship was a tough nut to crack, its shields absorbing most of the damage. "Admiral, we need a new angle," Clark said, sweat beading on her forehead. "Their shields are too strong head-on." Steele considered for a moment. "Target their engines. If we can cripple their mobility, we can outmaneuver them." Hayes interjected, "I'll reroute power to the main cannons. We'll need a precise shot." Titan repositioned, finding a weak spot in the flagship's rear. "Fire," Steele commanded. A concentrated blast hit the alien engines, a chain reaction of explosions tearing through the vessel. The flagship shuddered, its systems failing. "Direct hit," Clark exclaimed. "Their shields are down." Steele seized the moment. "All batteries, concentrate fire." Titan unleashed its full arsenal. The alien flagship crumbled under the relentless assault, breaking apart in a cataclysmic explosion. The remaining enemy ships, leaderless and demoralized, began to retreat. Titan faced the alien flagship, a behemoth that dwarfed even their mighty Dreadnought. Admiral Steele stood on the bridge, eyes locked on the colossal enemy. "All hands, prepare for final engagement," he commanded, his voice steady despite the tension. The alien flagship opened fire, unleashing a barrage of energy blasts. Titan shuddered under the impact, but its shields held. "Return fire," Steele ordered. Cannons roared, and missiles streaked toward the enemy. Explosions lit up the void as both sides exchanged relentless fire. "Shields at 40%, reported Lieutenant Clark. "We can't take much more of this." Steele clenched his jaw. "Divert all power to forward shields and weapons. We need to end this now." Dr. Hayes worked frantically at her console. "I've rerouted auxiliary power to the weapons. We have one shot at this." Titan surged forward, closing the distance. Steele's mind raced, searching for a weakness. The flagship's hull gleamed with near-impenetrable armor. Then he saw it, a slight fluctuation in their energy field, indicating a potential weak spot. "Target their energy core," Steele commanded. "Fire all weapons." Titan unleashed its full arsenal. Beams of concentrated energy converged on the weak spot. The alien flagship's shields faltered, and explosions rippled across its surface. "Direct hit," Clark shouted. The enemy retaliated with a desperate salvo. Titan rocked violently. Sparks flew, and alarms blared. "Hull breach on deck 5. A crew member reported. Steele knew they were on the brink. "Dr. Hayes, status?" "Main power failing," she replied, her voice strained. "We're running out of time." Steele's gaze swept across the bridge, landing on each determined face. "We need one final push. All power to the main cannon." As the crew scrambled, an explosion rocked the ship. Steele turned to see Lieutenant Ramirez, one of his best officers, at the weapons console. Ramirez's face was set with grim determination. "Admiral, I'll manually fire the main cannon," Ramirez said. "It's been an honor serving with you." Before Steele could respond, Ramirez activated the cannon. A massive beam of energy lanced out, striking the flagship's core. The enemy ship erupted in a blinding explosion, debris scattering into space. Titan drifted, battered but victorious. Steele felt a surge of relief mixed with sorrow. "Status report," he called out. "Flagship destroyed," Clark confirmed. "The remaining enemy ships are retreating." Cheers erupted on the bridge, but Steele's thoughts were with Ramirez and those who had sacrificed everything. "We've won, but at a great cost," he said quietly. Back on Valeria, the Galactic Council was forced to acknowledge humanity's strength. Steele stood before the Council, the weight of their victory heavy on his shoulders. "We seek peace, not domination," Steele declared. "Let this be a testament to humanity's resolve. Together, we can achieve greater heights." The Council members murmured among themselves, respect evident in their eyes. The Zevran ambassador, humbled, nodded in grudging acceptance. As Steele prepared to leave the chamber, an aide approached him with a message. "Admiral, we've intercepted a transmission. There's another fleet. They're coming."